of people are also doing different things, and the end result of it is to promote SMEs. So let's also seek for this information, for these opportunities, and for this incentives. So now you have to identify your target market. What are the types of data in identifying your target market? Some of us that are researchers, we have qualitative data, we have quantitative data. When we talk about qualitative data, it's descriptive data. I won't like to talk about so much of data here, but it's very important. This kind of data are information collected in a number format, statistical format. They can be measured, and it can also come in the form of observation. Like when you deal with numbers, like how many, quantity, in figures, in numbers, then you talk more about quantitative actually. When it is qualitative, it has to do with information. You are gathering a lot of information. Most times there are people talking back to you. There are information that does not have to do with so much of numerics. There is not so much of data in terms of numbers. But when you talk about quantitative, then it has to be things that has to do with numbers. Then you can do your analysis, statistical analysis, a lot of review. When it does have to do with numbers, quantities. When you talk about quantity, then for your qualitative, maybe observation, yes, when you talk about observing things, describing things, then information you gather from people. For example, you want to get feedback about your product. They'll probably give you in a qualitative form of data collection because they won't be writing a number. Oh, how was it? Oh, it was nice. I love the aroma when you're boiling it. I could even show the herbs after I finish drinking my tea. So those are qualitative because you don't have to do it fast. But if you go to a store and say, okay, how many, or maybe you ask the same customer and say, how many numbers of my tea bags do you buy in a month? Then it becomes a quantitative data because it has to do with numbers. I think we've discussed this briefly before. How do you apply your market research? A lot of time can be spent on market research, but if you spend that time wisely, if you save your time and money in the end, now they're going for a fair, fair. You are having opportunities to the products out there. How do you plan? What are the information you have set to obtain from this? So market research can help you with planning. It can help you with decision making. It can help you with cost benefit analysis. It can help you with your product and process development. It can help you with the identification of new opportunities and monitoring performance. In describing this as a whole, when you talk about product and process development, I use the spices. And like some of our women that have sent in their products, before one of them really will even confidently send them sample of product outside of the country. We usually test the product first. Then we got some products and we tested them and realized that we have time for them. So the first thing we do is we call you. Beautifully packaged, nice product. What? You can send this because there is time. And it's not even good for Nigeria. Can you please review? We'll get back to you in a month. So if we didn't check, we won't have that kind of. And for you as an SME, it's also very important for you to know how to ask your customers about your product. So that if they have any review that is negative, you can quickly adapt and correct. So it will help you with the product and process development. The identification of new opportunities. Now we're making a lot of reference to Jordan. So how do you know that there are a lot of countries like that this kind of products are required? You want to eat a lot of spices. The peradventure because they could not grow it in their locality. So they need a lot of it to be imported into their country. There are a lot of countries that they don't have access to honey. Their bees could not survive there for one reason or another. And they need a lot of honey in their country. But if you don't do your research, you just think, I want to send my product to the US. I want to send my honey to America, to London. I want to send my product. Meanwhile, in the US, they can produce honey. In fact, some of their honeys are being imported into Nigeria. So why are you really rushing to send your product, your honey to the US when there are over 100 other countries that some does not even have the capacity of producing honey and they need more honey? But how will you be able to identify these things without knowing your own? The same thing is applicable to one product. So primary versus secondary research. There are two types of research basically. We have primary research, we have secondary research. And for primary research, this is what we have said before. You could do like interviews for people, maybe your customers, your current customers, your prospective customers, and the people that you think might be interested in your product. Ask them questions. Okay, I manufacture spices. Which kind of spice do you like the most? Okay, why do you like this spice? You know, that kind of information when you obtain from them will help you to also improve in the product. Um, Even on social media, if you're very like all I have, she's very active on social media. You can throw some code on social media to your customers just to get their feedback. Um, Conferences, yes, you go to conferences, exhibitions, market visits, media focus. We'll send you the slide so I can see it. Media focus, action by the competition. So, what are the characteristics of primary research? It gives you direct information from the person that's giving the information. There is no middleman. It's only directly. It's like, SMEs on social media and WhatsApp now, they are very fond of saying, give us your review, give us your feedback, which is very good. For us, it's like, I want to use it to sell more market. And it's like a raining thing. But for a very serious SME that wants to grow, this feedback is not just to post on status and say, look at what our customers are saying. No, you should go beyond that. Even if it is good for you, probe them the model. Why did you think this? And that is what those are the things that will identify your strengths. So, okay. By the time you have 5, 6, 7, 10 customers saying the same thing, like, this thing good for my business. And what are you supposed to do with your strengths according to our SWOT analysis? To build on your strengths. Build on. And if there are things they are saying that it's not really so good, sometimes some people will not want to be so blunt, just want to be diplomatic about giving negative feedback. But you should be able to read between the lines and say, this is a problem. What do I do? So we try as much as possible to avoid that happening again. So when can you get your primary information for your primary research? Privileged information, like they said, one-on-one, and sometimes it's time consuming, very time consuming, but it's the best way of using data for your decision because you get the information directly from those that are involved in it. Then for secondary research, we have studies, yeah. We have journals, articles, textbooks, newspaper, review market report, publication, online, and have a lot of things. Go to Google now that how many people are in need of spices or something like that. A lot of information will come up. What ingredients is best for jollof rice spices? A lot of information. And what are the characteristics of a secondary research? It's available to everybody, not specific. It's not science. Of course, it's just there online. Maybe for some books somewhere you can easily talk. And what are the sources? Government, commercial sources, business and trade association. Through business and trade association, we can gather a lot of information. Secondary data. Sector research. The same reasons given regarding the importance of researching target market also applies to researching your services sector, both generally and with specific reference to your target market. So you have a sector. Halahab is into tea and grits. Auto spices is into, and different, I can see different flavor of spices there. We have curry, meat, jollof rice. Oh, you see how mama and beans? Hey, what is different with mama and beans and the mixed spice? Can we have your review on that?
Okay. The difference is the mama and beans is targeting the spices that will spice up the beans. Okay. And that of meat is targeting the meat to spice up the meat.
So which kind of spices ingredient do we have for moi?
You don't have coriander, for instance. You don't have bell pepper. You don't have spring onion, just like that. You know, mix and match.
Okay.
So it's in the formulations.
So, if you're doing your research on this sector, your sector here, you are producing spices, but you know now more expanded because it is not just about the spice, it's about the product.
Yeah.
And now you are not looking at one product. The good thing is that they are all agricultural products. Despite that, you have to look at coriander, you have to look at ginger, you have to look at pepper, you have to look at garlic, a lot of products like that. So the first thing is to build statistics on the sector. And one thing is there is a formulation, there is a recipe. If there is issue with ginger, now you are going to have a problem with your spices. Because your recipe will not be complete. So those are some of the things that why we as SMEs, like you were saying before that, you mentioned is that you think all SMEs should be a lawyer. Mm-hmm. The same way all SMEs should be a researcher. Well, no, it's not possible for all SMEs to be a farmer. But all SMEs should be a researcher. All SMEs should be a researcher. Because you can be able to understand what could happen to your activities within your sector in the next 1 or 2 years. If there is a problem with farming ginger, like sometimes just realize that a particular product is having a problem in a particular season. But if you are aware beforehand, exactly. But if not, you just need to be unaware. So you do the statistics and then who are your key players? Do your statistics on your key players. All SMEs cannot be farmers. So maybe the farmer, who are they, where are they coming from? Like we mentioned earlier, for products that are meant for export, you want to be able to trace it to the farmers. Who are your retailers? Who are your customers? Then you also do a research on the buying patterns. Now, I'm not talking about buying patterns. For example, let me just one of the simple examples we have. What happens to water during this period? What kind of water? A lot of things.
Pure water, cold water, ice water.
What happens to ice water during rainy season? So I just put that as a very simple example that we also. So we also need to look at our product. Don't say, oh, my spices, anytime they can use it. Oh, yes, anytime they can use it, but sometimes it's not every time. See, I'm sure during rainy season, a lot of people will just want to have tea. Than when it's cold, hot. When it's hot, people want to take Coke. People want to take something that
don't trade
not people under AC. They want because their throat will be dry. So it's not like tea. It's not doing them like tea at all. So
did you know there is cold tea now?
Because people now say, okay, let's do
it.
Yes.
Because I know what I do. Like now, when it's perceiving too many things I like it, I'll go and stay inside AC. Stay for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I'll not take it. I'll remain there.
But imagine if it's rainy season.
Oh, yeah.
You just take your tea as real. You can take 6 cups in a day.
Yeah.
So you have to look at trends and identify patterns. People will buy more at the time that high. And when you are producing, you also put all those into consideration, especially now that you're talking about spices as expiring from that. So you put it into consideration and say, okay, buying compounds with this period. So my production is going to be controlled. And what are the trends, opportunities? What are the challenges? What would likely be a challenge to your company? What are the opportunities? We've talked about this during this course. What are the opportunities that is available? What is the trend? The trend is also similar to the buying. What is the
Yes,
trend?
I wanted to ask what you mean by trend.
It's similar to the buying pattern. It's something that happens, you notice it over time. This is the trend, how things move over time. For example, maybe as you're journeying on in your journey of your export, maybe you have customers that are in two different countries, and the time they get their orders is January.
Like I know there is a church that whenever that people go for night, it's there. People how they buy like they will buy everything. Most of them they will just come and buy everything. They'll be waiting for another
year.
They will never buy until you come and do a section there.
So that one now you know the trend.
Yeah.
So once it's coming closer, you know
Yeah.
that this time around I need to up my production because I have to. So market intelligence. The combination of intelligence on your market, your customer, your industry, and your competition will lead you to making the right decision. Now we are talking about market intelligence, sector intelligence, customer intelligence, and competitor intelligence. What do you mean by intelligence? What do you mean by intelligence generally? When they are saying, oh, we talk about intelligence.
Ability to be able to source for information, the right information for a product at the right time. Just being out there, getting access to, just getting information,
Intelligence.
the best, having the capacity to deliver.
Okay.
Market intelligence.
So this is
intelligence is kind of knowledge, understanding, wisdom, comprehensive insights in what you're doing.
Thank you. So when we say we want to gather intelligence, it's to gather information, like digging deep. What is happening? Now let's come back to the facts. Now, market intelligence, that is digging deep and gathering information about your target market. We have discussed that. Sector intelligence, digging deep and gathering information about your sector. What concerns you, that sector you have. Then now your customer intelligence. Who are your customers? How do they think? What do they want? When do they want it? How do they want it? You know,
Each of the brands do they want
most. And you know, sometimes you might even get review from your customer on your packaging. You say, this your packaging is always difficult to open. Can't you do something? Somebody can say, this your packaging is nice, but can't you put it in a container? And you are getting the feedback I like your tissue, but just that this packaging, when I open it,
Just like me, that was why I changed my bottle.
So it's just an example, but there are a lot of things like this. So customer intelligence, because they are the king. Customers are the king. It is what they want. Just give it to them. The price is popular demand and the standard. Then your competitor intelligence is also very important. Thank God we don't have competitor here. Everybody is doing the same thing. But when we had our training, then we had all competitors, like 10 people are doing the same thing. So you need to be think like your competitor. And that's something
There's something they do in this Abuja. People like to copy others.
We've discussing that. It's not really Abuja. It's
like if people come out and see, okay, I've seen that producing tea. I'll follow the tea. They say that to start. It's why I know some start people go and start.
So what happened to them? That's the illustration I gave of the Akara woman. So at the end of the day, what happened to them? That's it, because they don't have the information.
Some people they do well. At the end of the day,
that's what I said. Sorry, I just landing. Sorry, welcome. Thank you. Dr. Tinu, yes, how are you? See you. Thank you for the. And
How was the journey?
Those are the delay you without. So, yes, we have actually made the illustration earlier. Yes, some people they do well, fine. Like I used to tell some SMEs, I said the portion of the market that you need, not plenty. You cannot serve everybody.
No.
Just have like 10,000 regular customers. In fact, 1,000 regular customers. 1,000 regular customers to start with. Then you are growing with it. Then what is unique about you with singing you out in the industry? Then you keep growing. Look at Coca-Cola today. Even if Coca-Cola did not do advert for wine, they will still sell. The problem is it. Like you said,
satisfying period.
Like I said earlier, what do people take during the dry season, during the hot season? Even when you say you are dieting, you don't want to take sugar. When it comes to hot weather, you will look for cocoa. Because even when you take cold smoothie, it doesn't feel like it does not satisfy you.
Yeah, I don't think.
When you stopped, we're taking
I stopped 20, almost 20 years. Well, that's it's just you out of how many of us?
How many millions?
People are not taking. People are taking.
I'm not
Once in a while,
do.
people are taking. So that's it. But then, if they did their own work well, they can thrive in it. Everybody tries in it. It's a very huge space for everybody to try. But what happens most of the time in Nigeria is that they don't even do their research. They just see that somebody is doing well in the state they want. And they won't last. They won't. There's no way. And another thing is, which that's very important, and I appreciate in the SMEs that are working with, is the passion to do this. Some of them does not have the passion. They are just doing it because somebody is doing it. So they will fall by the way. Do you know how many challenges you have met along this? If it is not something that you really want to do on your own, it's only not that. Run away, you know. So the same thing for everybody. So you have to look at the competition. You have to gather information about your. Yes, the market is huge. There is space for practically everybody, but you have to do something. You have to make sure that your product is always at the top. Why will I want to buy Uto spices curry than buying Gino curry? Gino has a name, but I might get to a store and see. I'm trying. One day I just say, okay, let me try this Uto curry. If it's nice, why will I go back and buy Gino? I won't go back to Gino. In as much as I can always find those spices, and this goes back to what Amanda was telling us when it comes to the export market. A lot of problems in Nigeria. You see them over there, their lifestyle is like a program, eat anything. If they taste the products and it's good for them, they just want to. And if they now get to the store after using your products for 4 months and they can't find the product to buy, then it's not the problem. So you as an SME, by the time you start getting orders for products after the company, you have to be consistent. So don't promise what you cannot deliver. If it is 20 cartons you can deliver every month, even if they ask you that, madam, what I can sell, like we have a contact in the year that say, bring one container, bring one container. If you don't have capacity for it, just tell them I don't have capacity, especially for export market, because you need to ensure that you are consistent with whatever you are providing. So you need to gather information about your competitors to keep you ahead of them. That's what cost possible markets. Yes. So when you gather this information, market, sector, customer, competitor, it gives the information you gather gives you greatest benefit. You know where to go. You can divert your energy to where we give you more benefits. Paraventure, you have three options to choose from. Maybe you want to start in your market. You have three options to choose from. Using your market information that you have gathered, and say, oh, okay, this is more important. Let me take this. After this, I'll take this. After this, I'll take this. Rather than pushing out for the three at the same time. Then lowest speed. Best fit with company's capability. Suitability of services. You know the kind of service you provide at time. For example, okay, I went to Gabi earlier this month, and I realized that they don't use anything plastic or nylon. They don't use, everything is paper. Everything they use. There's something like this.
We'll go to the line, you will do.
Not even as a, well, this is biodegradable. Something like this. So paraventure, you have a product to sell to that company, to that country. Then if you go with something like this, then your own, it's not fly. So it has to be to their standard. Then existing competitor. You know what your competitor does. You know how to stay ahead of them. You know how to stay ahead of them. So analyzing market demand. After identifying potential market, it is important to assess how much customer demand exists for your product or services in this market. I spoke about this all this time. Now you have identified your market. This is the country you want to sell to. This is the target people, set of people you want to sell to. What is the uniqueness of your product? Why should they go there? What is it that they don't have there that your product and they require and your product is going to provide for them? What is your competition offering? Your competitors, do you have them already in their market? Probably yes. What is it that they are offering? What value can you offer that is better than that of your competitor? Then your price. How will your price fit into that market? I'm talking about pricing, and that is one of the major challenges we have with Nigerian products. We now realize that our products are overpriced. Yeah, because of so many factors. One of the factors is the economic instability of our country. Now look at the rate at which dollar is going. Amen. Amen. Amen.
I think it was 1,000.
They want to change the naira. So they want to remove two zeros from every unit. No, you're not getting my point. Like 1,000 naira will be equivalent to 100 naira. 100 naira will be equivalent to 1 naira. That's the news that saying now from January.
Okay, let's see. For now, let's deal with our problem. Let's deal with what we can see. So pricing, apart from all that, our cost of production is also high. You know, you have to put your generator, you have to provide water for yourself. Transportation is high because the roads are bad. And you have to put all of these things on the cost. We're just making an illustration that, okay, from information gathered, it takes probably like 5 days to move your goods from Ghana to US, while it takes you like 2 months to move like that. So look at it, all those kind of things. The seller in Ghana would have made roughly like 5 times, makes 5 times profit. Meanwhile, you in Nigeria, you are still praying that your product gets to the US safely. So now how do you draw conclusion? After Now you are through with your market research. You have gathered the information you need to gather on the market itself, on the customer, on the sectors. The sector is also very important. You draw conclusion. After analyzing the information, confirm your target market. In general, one or two countries are usually enough target. With this conclusion in mind, you can begin to develop your market entry and marketing strategy. Some people will say, I want to export to Germany. If somebody come again and say, oh, it's US, so I want to go to US. Somebody come again and say, oh, it's Kenya, oh, I want to go to Kenya. So it doesn't help, it doesn't work. One or two. And I think it's one of that I used to say that we always say we want to go to America. One of our African countries. Yeah, somebody said some of the African countries have similar problems. The training is going on here, please. That for some of the African countries we have similar problems. But the truth is that we have 54 African countries. So
another limitation is exchanging the money. That's another limitation. The dollar is a universal market.
Some of these African countries they pay you in dollars.
Like in Ghana. Ghana.
Some people pay in dollars. If it's a good, yes, in dollars. If it's a good, if it's mutually beneficial, they get products from those, pays them. Why not? To pay your money in dollars. Because everybody spends dollars. So you need to do, so when you have this information and you have identified, you have the sector already, that's what you're already paying. Then you have also identified your market. You can now start coming up with your market entry and marketing strategies. Well, this is about COVID-19. Thank God we are no longer in the era of COVID-19. But the global pandemic with invariable results in new consideration when assessing target market. So this has to do a lot with COVID-19, but now we have to shoot that. Because this training was done during COVID-19 and I intentionally left the slide because I don't want to short anything. We are hoping that we won't have any challenge, any kind of pandemic like COVID again. But what if it happens? So, market research and COVID-19. What travel restrictions are in place? Now you have identified your market audience. I want to go to Jordan for my tea. What are the travel restrictions? So we look at that. So how is the target market managing the pandemic? Where you want to go? How are they managing the pandemic? If you will not go there, then you are twisted. So we look at it. What is its response to foreign supply goods and services in the target market because of the pandemic? Then some countries at the beginning of the pandemic, some countries closed their borders. Nothing comes in, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. So at that point, you know it's going to be time for you. Next, how have goods imports been affected? Okay. Which new distribution channels have emerged? What are the new? And a lot of things have happened during COVID-19 that has affected the way businesses are being run now. A lot of people are now more exposed to the use of courier companies. So a lot of things. What are the new opportunities emerged in the target market because of the pandemic or because of the issues? Like for example, there was a story that I don't know, I think you're the one that told us the story that there was the war. Like what is going on in Gaza now? In one of the African countries, maybe the girls. I'm sure you will remember. Then the Nigerian guy saw an opportunity for rubber slippers.
In Iraq, when the war in Iraq started, there was when there's war, people don't wear shoes. Before you even find shoes, you'll be running, your shoe will fly here and the other one will fly there. So plastic slippers, rubber slippers are what sell most around when there's war. So this guy during the war in Iraq now saw the opportunity and started exporting rubber slippers to Iraq. And that was where he made a lot of money. He also sent to, when Sudan started, he started sending to Sudan. Oh, that was when Sudan and South Sudan were. Yeah. So I've not heard the latest about it. Yes.
But that's smart.
Yeah. So you find the
Opportunity.
opportunity. Yeah, there's opportunity everywhere.
And that's why your research is good. Why you, and this is one of the things that day-to-day market research needs to be continuous. Even after sorry. So even after you have reached your conclusion, you have identified your target market, you have started your program, you have started implementing what you have said, market research should not stop. It's continuous. You need to keep getting more information. And Google, this is a make Google your friend. You can get a lot of information on Google, even social media, monitoring tools, using hashtag, just use hashtag the name of your product or your sector or exporting a lot of information. Yes,
When you use the hashtag,
it's to search for information. Either mostly on social media, you use hashtag your product, maybe hash pepper spices or hash, even hash ginger. A lot of information. Reddit is another platform. So Alamina is taking over.
that's a new synergy.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. I'm back again. Yes, yes.
How we will have this
Yes, yes.
for some of us.
Yes. We share. So we have, okay, just a review. We talked about introduction to export. We talked about introduction to export process and benefits of exporting. This is what we're talking about from 20, and we're talking about market research. So we have an assignment. This is the topic. This is export readiness. Okay, so we get another book. It's an assignment. So it's just to go home and look at every sector and honestly respond to it. How prepared is your company for export and different sectors? Then also for analysis, the SWOT analysis, the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and then we have this case study. We're supposed to discuss it, so we'll discuss it tomorrow. It has to do with the SWOT analysis. So we get the famous of this.
So where do we stop? It's 3 o'clock already.
It's already 3 o'clock.
You have to go for lunch, right? Ah, let's pray to open now. Our dear pastor. We have adults in the class, so we don't have to sit here.
It's for you to
Yes,
decide for 3 days.
yes.
This is gonna be more of the days.
I think we
But
can
then
still
again,
work
you know, she just came in, she must be tired, so that tomorrow everybody will start on a fresh.
No, we can still go on. That's not, it's not a problem.
I think we should do this in September. You know, we couldn't do our class activities today. We have class activities tomorrow.
And we are reducing 5 days to 3 days. We are putting it together. So that's why. Okay. So I'll just.
I just got a phone from my daughter.
You need to leave.